What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Podcast live stream return of RG3 Wednesday afternoon football appetizer.
Woo!
Here, as always, with John Luke.
Howdy.
AKA FYF John Luke, and our boy Josh, the third musketeer, is out doing what we said he's doing. He's out traveling the country, vetting our guests, testing them.
What specifically is he? Where is he today?
He's in Omaha, Nebraska today. There's 4 or 5 people he's meeting with. I think he's administering the multiple choice standardized tests all at once for all of them, and then he's got individual meetings with each of them afterwards to administer a COVID test and to get their parental notes notarized, parental permission to come on the show.
Yeah, so. I think also he's meeting Warren Buffett.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is Warren Buffett coming on the show?
Yeah, probably in a few weeks or so. Keep your eye out for it.
Keep your eye out for it. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. I've heard he might get caught up in Omaha. We don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people go into Omaha. Not a lot of people come out.
I don't even know anyone who went into Omaha except for Josh. So far, him coming out will determine whether it's 100% or 0% of the people I know who went to Omaha ever came out.
That's a good sampling size.
That's a good sampling size. What's the closest NFL team to Omaha, Nebraska? Is it Kansas City? Green Bay? I guess Nebraska's further north than I thought. It sits on top of Kansas like a hat, right? I wouldn't
trust my geography knowledge. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't have great middle country geography.
I'm going to guess the Chiefs.
Chiefs?
You're going to guess, you're going to guess Green Bay?
I'm going to guess Green Bay.
I'm going to Google it.
I might be Lions.
Closest NFL team to Omaha, Nebraska.
Didn't you send me a Sporkle quiz with like NFL teams based off of city or something?
Let's see. Something like that. I've taken way too many Sporkle quizzes.
Who dat? What up, Swamp? Welcome back. Good to see you, my friend. He goes, oh, man. Cool stuff for Josh. Yeah, Josh is really hyped about it, you know? I don't see him get excited about many things, but dude really loves Nebraska. I don't know what it is.
I found a map of the closest NFL team to each county, but Nebraska split right down the middle between the Broncos and the Chiefs, and I have no freaking clue where Omaha is.
And the Packers? 3-way tie?
Not the Packers.
Dang it.
Unfortunately. Let's see. Where is Omaha? Omaha's on the far east side, so it is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Dang, JL, you got it right. 1 point for you.
You get JL is a huh, and that's the end of the game. We're just playing H today. But today, guys, we are actually going to do a slightly abbreviated stream. We're ending at 3:40 because we want to watch the game. We know you guys want to watch the game. So we're going to jump off of here at 3:40. But before we do that, we are playing a head-to-head to not head because Josh isn't here matchup of fantasy Guess Who. Ooh. I've got some good players prepped for you this week, John Luke.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
Well, that's the game. So how this is going to work, guys, if you've watched us play Guess Who, or if you haven't, I'm going to explain it anyways. JL and I each have players that we came in with. In round one, we'll each have one in mind. And let's say I go first. I'll ask JL questions, yes or no questions about his player until I get a no response. Once I get a no response, I get to guess the player. If I get it wrong, it goes over to JL and he gets to go. First person to get it right wins. If the other person gets it before you, you get one last shot at guessing the player. Throw that Hail Mary up. If you do, you both get a point. If not, the person who got it right first gets a point. We'll play as many rounds as we can fit in before 3:40, maximum of 3, and we will see what happens.
I'm excited.
You sound excited.
I am so excited.
Josh, they have Lego Boys. No, this is a fantasy podcast. The Lego podcast is later in the day.
Yeah, so that's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. is Lego podcast.
But that's
Can't wait to show you guys my blocks.
Maybe the time zone is different in Nebraska, so he's a little bit confused.
That's true. Yeah, he's all thrown. He's got jet lag.
Jet lag. Can you even fly into Omaha? Is there an airport, or do you have to take like horse and carriage?
I think it's a no-fly zone. I think it's horse and carriage only.
And it's completely flat, right? That's what I've heard.
It's actually concave. It's like a big bowl. Nebraska's one big bowl.
It's actually where Tony Hawk's from.
Yeah.
Okay, JL, are you ready to jump into round one of Fantasy Horse?
Are you excited for the game today, though?
Oh, the football game?
Yeah.
Or the fantasy or Guess Who? Yeah.
Are you
I'm excited to see RG3 out there again. I saw a statistic. I can't remember the exact of it today, but someone tweeted out that the last 3 games RG3 has started have actually all been against the Steelers.
That's weird.
Yeah, like he's in the
That's
past
a
couple
weird-
years, he's started 3 games, and all 3 times it's been against the Steelers.
Wow.
I would-
I like watching RG3 play.
Me
Well,
too.
I think he did play some preseason games against the Washington football team, but
Yeah.
that might have maybe not this year. I'm not sure.
I don't think that counts towards that stat, but I'll need to vet that. But I saw someone tweet it out. I just thought that was interesting, and I believed it without fact checking at all.
Yeah, Swam Nola, I'm 100% factually correct. Don't check, but just take my word for it. Nebraska is a bowl. Yep, below sea level.
It's really dangerous when it rains.
Very, very dangerous. Lots of flooding. Lots of flooding. Simon, you and I are facing each other in fantasy, and I have Big Ben and Claypool, if you remember.
How much am I up by?
I choose not to comment on that. It's a lot. It's 50 something.
Swamp says he's perfectly aware of the dangers of flooding living in New Orleans.
That is true. New Orleans.
Yeah,
is
you probably know it more than those folks in Nebraska.
bowl. It's a bowl in the shape of a boot.
Well, Dale, there's a chance Claypool could blow up again, but I like my odds in this game. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
You don't just need You don't just need Big Ben to blow up. You don't need Big Ben to throw 3 touchdowns. They need to all go to Claypool.
I need like 3 touchdowns to Claypool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 52.5. You have 105. It's a close one, but I can do it.
It's not a close one, but you can do it.
It's very close.
It's not a close one, but you can do it. We'll see what happens. I think I'll win. What league is that in? Is that in
National Rosie League?
National Rosie League. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Named after the best pup.
She is a really good pup. Nola's got it right. Swamp says it's a 1% chance.
He just like in pole procession, he mixed it up. He meant 99% chance, 1% the other side. I got you, Swamp.
No, I don't think so. Swamp's always on top of it with guessing the right side. It's you and Josh that screw it up.
Yeah, we're not so good. We're not so smart.
I need to pull up my player.
You write it down on your piece of paper?
Not yet. I've got them saved in my phone. I'm going to write them on some paper right now because it's more fun to reveal it that way.
Oh, Simon.
You got yours written down?
Nope.
Nope. I've got lots of note cards with other players' names written on them.
I do mine on the fly. I just adapt my answer to whatever guess.
Whatever. Sometimes I think you guys are doing that. Sometimes I think like you don't know what player you're thinking of until like 6 questions in. And then you're just like, okay, so and then you're thinking like you're playing along with us, like, so I need to pick a rookie.
Right, AFC East. I've never once done that, and I resent the accusation.
Okay, I have my first player written down.
You got it?
Yep. And JL, since you're a big fat loser, I'll give you the advantage and you can go first.
I may be a loser, but you don't have to comment on my weight. It's just me.
You're a skinny little loser.
Still commenting on my weight, either direction. I don't like it.
You're an idiotic loser.
So I get the first question?
Yep.
All righty. Feel free to guess as always. And if you beat both Simon and I, then Simon will send you a picture with one slice of American cheese on his belly. Unwrapped, of course.
And Dale, you and I need to stay out of the chat while we're doing this. So
yes,
guys, we'll if you ask any questions, we'll answer your questions after each round. But just so we don't see the answers, JL and I are going to stay out of the chat while we're in the middle of a round. Because you guys are smarter than us. You're probably going to get to the answer before we do.
Yeah, that's for sure. You got the banner?
I got the banner ready. I'm going to do 2 banners because
Oakley.
There's 2 different rounds going on for 2 different players.
We're going back and forth, right?
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
That's
you go until you get
sense.
one wrong.
It is just one-sided.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get first question. Is this player a standard flex position player? Can this player be played in the standard flex?
Yes, this player can be played in the standard flex.
Okay. Classic first answer. Is this player not a rookie?
Yes, this player is not a rookie.
Not a rook. All right. Not a little baby boy. Let's go. Is this player in the AFC?
Yes, this player is in the AFC.
I'm on fire. Let's go. Is this player a running back or wide receiver?
Yes, this player is a running back or wide receiver.
Is this player have a blue uniform?
Yes, this player does have a blue uniform.
Oh,
You're on fire. I'm going to come in and ask one. I'm going to ask
Get
one question, and it's going to be
it
no
wrong.
immediately. Yeah.
All right. Is this player in the AFC South or West?
Yes, this player is in the AFC South or West.
South or West. Okay. Is this player top 15 at his position?
What format?
PPR.
And through 12 weeks, like up to this point in the season?
I'm sorry, on the season, yeah.
Did you say top 12? Or what did you say?
I said top 15, but I'm going to change it to top 25.
Top 25. Okay.
Do your little fake checking. Boop, bop, beep.
Beep, 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 doo. No, this player is not in the top 25 of their position.
No. My role has ended. Okay, so we got what are the clues again, Simon?
It's a running back or a wide receiver, not a rookie. In the AFC South or West, they wear a blue uniform and they are not in the top 25 at their position.
AFC South or West.
Oh no! Oh, you're big.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, while you think through this, you can have a solo while I get this figured out.
Okay. I think AFC Northwest. Is this player? Is it not? I don't know if that player is top 25. Let me double check that. No. Oh, that player is. Good thing I didn't guess that. Is this player Duke Johnson?
No, it is not Duke Johnson. I get a shot at it. That was really good, JL. You asked like, I don't know how many questions because I shortened some of them in there, but
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 6, 8.
8 questions. Holy moly. I'm ready to get it wrong on the first one. This is not going to be good. So now we're going to change it over to my banner with the clues. Is this player, can they play in a standard flex spot?
No.
Oh my God.
You called it. You definitely called it.
So it's a quarterback, and that's all I know. That's it. I've got nothing else to go off.
Remember that time? Remember that time that you were like, you were asked, "What is it? Is this player have a blue uniform?" And that was all.
It was an animal. It was an animal.
Oh, it was an animal.
All I knew was that it was an animal, and it wasn't Golden Tate. Those were the 2 things I knew.
And I had so many clues.
Oh God.
That was fun.
Okay. That's okay. You know what? I like a challenge. So I know it's a quarterback and that's it. Oh, there's so many ways I could go. Is it the bonk boy himself, Mason Rudolph?
No. Why would I ever pick Mason Rudolph?
I thought you'd play some games with me. I know that. I thought I hate him too, so you would try to
I don't even want to give him the attention. I don't want to give him the satisfaction. I know he watches this.
You're right.
Wow.
Mason,
one and done.
If you're watching, no, that was not an endorsement.
Not an endorsement.
Okay, so I asked one question and got it wrong. You're back up, JL. Question number 9 for JL. Man, that was quick. Didn't have to update much on my clues. So back to JL's clues as a refresher. It's a running back or wide receiver, not a rookie. In the AFC South or West, they wear a blue uniform and they are not top 25 at their position. Boom. What you got next, JL?
Is this player a wide receiver?
No.
No.
It's contagious.
No. How deep would you be going?
That's what she said.
Shame on you. Is this player? Is it Jordan Wilkins?
No.
No.
It is not Jordan Wilkins. Okay, back to me. And all I know is that it's a quarterback. Is this player currently starting for their team?
Yes.
Okay, so they are the current starter. But we know that it is 1, a QB, 2, a starting quarterback.
Oh, and blue, by the way, blue in the uniform means like blue in their team colors. I don't think we explained that.
Yeah, the blue uniform just means they got some blue going on. So
Somewhere.
any team with a little blue, like so even the Broncos, we'd call them having a blue uniform, even though blue is
Yeah.
not their primary color.
It's the official medical term.
Yeah, sorry. I forget that this industry speak like blue uniform isn't common. Okay, so I know this. Is this player in the AFC?
Let me check. Boop bop beep bop boop. AFC beep bop boop. AFC boop bop. Nope.
Ah, okay. So it's an NFC quarterback who starts for their team.
Hey, you doubled the number of questions you got to answer.
Great. Thanks. So it's an NFC starting quarterback. Is this player Alex Smith?
No. Bonk. Wrong.
Okay, John Luke. Back to you.
All right. So we know it's running back, not a rookie. AFC South or West. Blue in the uniform, not top 25. Is this player in the AFC West?
No.
What the?
You okay over there?
I'm fine.
So it's a running back, not a rookie, in the AFC South, has a blue uniform, and they are not in the top 25.
Wait, do you count the Jaguars having blue in their uniform?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, they've got a blue uniform.
Interesting. Okay. Glad I asked.
That doesn't mean that my player's on the Jaguars.
I know. Just making sure that we're on the same page there. Well, dang it. What did I ask again?
I don't remember.
Did I ask, or do I get another guess?
Oh, you asked if they were in the AFC West, so you narrowed it down to the
yeah.
AFC South, but you got the question wrong.
Stinky. All right, not AFC West. Oh God, that means all teams in this conference have a blue uniform. Stupid. Is this player? Is it CJ Prosise?
It is not CJ Prosise.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you're a hell of a lot closer than I am. I gotta take a shot here. No, I don't. Is this player in the AFC North or South? Or sorry, NFC.
NFC North or South? Yes.
Oh baby, we're moving now. NFC North or South? Okay. So let's look at those two conferences. Is this player on an animal team?
Yes. Their mascot or is somewhat related to animals. Mascot or logo.
Okay. Narrows it down to 4. NFC North South, but unfortunately there's 2 in each of those conferences. So an animal team, starting quarterback for one of those 4 teams. I got a 1-in-4 shot. Let's see if I can narrow it. Let's see how much can I narrow it down with another question. There's blue there, blue there, blue there. Okay. I'm going to ask, does this player have a blue uniform?
Yes.
Okay. So we
just so you know, I consider a Packer an animal.
Okay, well, there's no blue, and that's not true. Animal team with a blue uniform. Just to see where we're at, that means that this player is on the Panthers, the Lions, or the Bears. Let's see. Is this player in the NFC North?
Yes.
Okay. We're down to 2 people it could be. 2 teams, and there's – oh, wait, but who's technically
You
currently
swipe
the
this from
starter?
me. I'm going to be so mad.
Okay. Did this player play college football did this player play college football in the SEC? And just to let you know, Matthew Stafford played at UGA and Mitch Trubisky played at UNC. So I can just help you out right there.
Let's see. We are checking with the experts. Who do not seem to know. So, ask your question again.
Did this player play college football in the SEC, the Southeastern Conference?
No.
No. Okay. Is this player Mitchell Trubisky?
Yes, you stink.
Boom! Woo! You get one more shot at mine, JL. No more clues, but you get one more shot. Here's all your clues that you have.
Okay, I guess CJ.
What's good, ISO Uzi Vert? And
what up, ISO?
Go Deontay Johnson and go Ravens to make it a game. You know what? I can get behind that sentiment. That's exactly how I feel. I think Deontay's the only player for this game I'm starting anywhere in my home league, and I need him to score something like 48 points. So,
well, he can't do that because Chase Claypool's going to get all the touchdowns.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you put that call in.
Yeah,
but I don't often pull for the Ravens, but they're playing the Steelers, and I want some good Wednesday afternoon football, so I'll pull for them today. What's your guess, JL? There's your clues if you need to see him again.
I'm trying to. So I already guessed Duke Johnson, CJ Precise, Jordan Wilkins, and that's it. Nyheim Hines is 14th in PPR, so it's not him.
If you get this, I swear.
James Robinson, Derrick Henry are probably in the top 25. And so I'm trying to pick between Agumbawale and would you go Deonta Foreman? I don't know. I'm going to go Agumbawale. Maybe you could go Zigbo.
Marlon Mack.
Oh, you stinker. You picked a hurt guy. I forgot about him. He still
counts. He exists. You completely forgot about my boy Marlon.
I should have known. You always try and pull that trick.
I've pulled it once or twice. It's a good trick. I promise that maybe I won't do it again. Maybe you'll just have to ask if the player's injured or not. Put that in your repertoire of questions.
That's good. That's a good idea. Stupid Mitch Trubisky. I shouldn't have gone with him. He always lets me down.
Okay, I've got my next one written down.
Speaking of quarterbacks that always let me down, for years I would not touch Derek Carr. For years. I'm not even joking.
I still haven't touched him.
I won't touch him anywhere. I won't put him in any lineup. Oh,
no.
He lost. You know what? I needed a streamer this past weekend, and so I played Derek Carr. Worst mistake of my life. You never trust him. Just don't do it. Except for this week. He's probably a decent play.
Who are they playing this week? I can't remember.
They are playing oh gosh, I just had it up.
Raiders are playing the Jets.
Yeah, that's what it is. That is
Josh Jacobs playing? Have we is there any official news on the Josh Jacobs injury from last week?
That's a good question. I have not heard anything.
Because he went in with like a hip injury, I think, but then he left with a foot injury. If Josh Jacobs isn't playing this week against that Jets team, fire up your Devontae Booker. He's had a couple good games this year, even with Josh Jacobs in, and against that Jets defense with Josh Jacobs out, if he's out, you could play him and be pretty confident about it. In fact, I might even go as far to say against the Jets with recovering Josh Jacobs, even if he's active, in a pinch, I think you could still start Devontae Booker. Like, I think he's in play this week, whether Josh Jacobs is active or not. I'm not saying he's a slam dunk start, but I'm saying if you're desperate, you need someone. You're in a deep league. Everyone's picked up. I think Devontae Booker is 100% in play this week as a startable running back.
Yeah, I don't think they said either way, but Ian Rappaport did say that it looked worse than it was. And so
Okay, so he'll probably be active,
could
but
play this week. Yeah.
now the Raiders are coming off that horrible loss to the Falcons.
It's
They're going to
terrible.
want to win to get their morale back up, but I think if Jacobs is hobbled at all, they'll probably limit him in a game where they should win by a lot. We'll see, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
So if your next guy was Devonta Booker, JL, I'd change it because
Dang
he's
it.
right on the top of my mind.
Dang it. That was my guy.
I just changed my third one because it was Devonta Booker. I
You're
want
going deep. I see how it is.
maybe I like to mix it up. Remember the one time I went deep with two of them, and then the third one was DeAndre Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
I play mind games, JL. This is more than just picking a player. It's all about getting in your head.
Oh,
What was I going to say? Oh, I desperately want in one of these like head-to-head matchups, like in the 3-person one, this would be impossible because we just go one at a time. But in the head-to-head matchups, there's a real chance, a small one, but an existing chance that you and I would have the same player, and we're both going back and
I
forth
know. I want that to happen so bad.
trying
That'd
to
be so
get to the
funny.
same player.
Does he slowly realize?
Yeah, that would be too funny.
Bring back Josh. He's
No!
gone, all right? Get over it. He's gone forever.
Diggity Dog says he's got a question for us.
Ask away, Diggity Dog. That's what we're here for.
Kev says bird up. Yeah, we can bird up without Josh.
Well, yeah, we don't need Josh here to bird.
Okay, so Diggity Dog clinched the first round bye. So looking ahead to weeks 15 and 16. Should I trade J-Rob and Goddard for Kamara and Evans? I'll need to hit the waiver wire for a new tight end. We'll probably grab Ertz if I can, or maybe even take a flyer on Kittle.
J-Rob and Goddard for Kamara and Evans. This is interesting now with
So is
last
Drew
week.
Brees supposed to be back by weeks 15 and 16? That's the question.
I
Or is he-
don't think so.
Me neither, because he had like 11 broken ribs and a fractured lung.
Yeah.
Fractured lung. Punctured lung.
Fractured lung. An ouchie on his lung.
Collapsed lung. Sorry, I said all the wrong things.
Punctured lung.
We need to know when Drew Brees is coming back for me to properly answer this question. Let's see. Optimistic recovery time, 2 to 3 weeks.
So, no. Well, 2 or 3 weeks from then,
From then.
from the injury. So maybe.
With Brees placed on IR, he'll be out at least 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, that's just the
Obviously.
the rule.
A collapsed lung can take up to 2 weeks, and a fractured or cracked rib can take up to 6 weeks to heal. With
Is
some
it week 15 is what's been reported.
Okay. If Breeze is back, if Breeze is not back, so this is a gamble you're taking. If Breeze is not back, I think J-Rob's the better running back to start than Kamara in those weeks. Do you agree with that, JL, or do you disagree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's tough. It's tough because of Kamara's name and what he's done this season. But like watching him with Taysom Hill on the field has been bad. His value comes in the passing game.
Yeah.
And he's just not getting that work with Taysom. Taysom's running off with it instead of passing those dump offs to Kamara.
I did mention this earlier in the week when we talked about it, I think Monday after the games, is just also be careful that like don't take just from one game and try, like extrapolate too much.
Yeah.
There's a chance that this is an anomaly and that they're getting, it looked like Taysom Hill was relying on his legs, not that necessarily they were just kept calling, they were just like calling plays that were excluding Kamara.
It's his safety valve is
Right.
to take off, whereas Drew Brees' safety valve was to dump it to Kamara.
Right. I think that I wouldn't expect what you got last weekend from Kamara the rest of the season, even if Taysom Hill is the starter.
I mean, it's been
But-
bad for 2 weeks now.
Yeah. But with that being said, Goddard is looking good, and he seems to be the main person getting those red zone targets for the Eagles. And if you need to hit a waiver wire, hit the wire for a tight end, and you're going into the playoffs, it might make sense to keep the safety of James Robinson and Goddard and not play too much with this.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, I'm looking at the Jaguars' schedule weeks 15 and 16, and it does make the question a little bit more difficult. The week 15 and 16 matchup for J-Rob is against the Ravens and against the Bears.
Oh, Oh, yeah, that is not great.
That's tough.
Has he played? Let's see. Now he's done pretty well against tough matchups.
He has. That's the other thing. So like you can let
Pittsburgh, he
those.
got 10.4 fantasy points and half point PPR, 17 attempts, 2
for
receptions.
73 yards.
Yeah. So I do think he's like somewhat matchup proof. But
what I'm doing here is I'm keeping J-Rob and Goodere just because there's so much uncertainty around Drew Brees and Kamara. And usually I'm the one to take that risk. Because to win a championship, you need things to go right anyways. But here, I think you're in a really good position with J-Rob and with Goddard, Goodere taking you into the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, if you can let us know who your wide receivers are, because that might change how I view this. If Evans is giving you a real advantage, then it might offset the downside or the risk of losing Goddard. You got me in my head every time saying Goodere. I have to stop myself.
Okay. Yeah, the wide receivers might change the answer, but where I am right now, I'm keeping the J-Rob Goddard side of that. Swamp, let's see, I don't understand the first part of this, but someone dropped. So it sounds like someone dropped Trey Burton, is what I'm getting from this. And you're asking if you should pick him up. You would either have to drop Benny Snell or JD McKissick. I'm just going based on the second half of this. Sorry, the first half I don't understand, but it says, should I pick up Trey Burton? I would have to either drop Benny Snell or JD McKissick. I guess it depends who your tight end currently is. Trey Burton is startable, but not great.
Benny Snell.
I was about to say if you want to take a flyer on him, I'd have no problem dropping Benny Snell. He's asking pick up Tyler Boyd. Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay. Drop Benny Snell to pick up Tyler Boyd. I'd do that right now if you can.
100%. Yeah, if you can get Tyler Boyd, get Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, I would. He's startable, even with Joe Schmo at quarterback.
They picked up Trey Burton for Tyler Boyd.
Okay. Gotcha. I understand now.
I would drop. Yeah, I would drop both those guys and pick up Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, I agree. Diggity Dog says his wide receivers are Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett, and Chris Godwin. Don't do this. Trade. You don't need Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans would go on. Yeah, I think Mike Evans would go on your bench, or at least in your flex. I think I would start all three of these guys over Mike Evans.
You got a solid wide receiving core. You don't really need Evans.
It is standard. I don't know if that changes it for you.
Not a ton.
The only one it really affects for me is Godwin. His value is a little bit lower in a standard league, I think.
Really? Even with those longer catches?
Yeah, I don't know. But honestly, besides the point, you don't need Mike Evans on this roster. Your wide receivers are solid, and I would stick with J-Rob.
Yeah, and the risk you're taking by switching from J-Rob to Kamara, while Kamara has been better, it hasn't been by that much, even though it might seem like it. It's not going to give you that much of an edge.
Yeah. Swamp has one more question. Okay, so waiver wire, should he drop Travis Fulgham for Rashad Perriman? Is that a good pickup? I would do it. I think Travis Fulgham has no value right now. He's dropped for scraps, and Rashad Perriman is that home run shot that you can plug into your lineup any week.
Yeah.
He just needs to get hit on one long ball, and he paid off. Is he a reliable starter? No. But he's one of those guys you can plug in. 100% think that's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what, JL? It is 2:37 or 3:37 your clock. I don't even think we have time for another round. We got through one round of Guess Who.
That's all right. Keep asking questions. We'll keep answering for the next, or we'll just talk about random stuff.
It turns out I'm the champion. I won Guess Who.
Yeah, you did it. Good job.
You know what, JL? You can have one guess at who my next player is, and I'll give you a big hint. Okay. You love this guy. So there's some people it could be.
Sammy Watkins. Oh! I was going to guess him before you said you love this guy.
Really?
Yep. His name was in my mind because I just thought about it. I thought about it, and I was like, his name was the first that popped to my mind, and I was like,
oh my
that
God.
is obscure enough that Simon might pick that. He's enough off of everyone's brain that would be a good pick.
Swamp says, bro, he wins.
Oh my God.
Game over.
I didn't even need a clue. That's more impressive than asking one clue, getting it wrong, and then guessing it right.
You should have told me not to give you a clue.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. I did not think you were gonna get it.
That is crazy.
Okay, we tied.
I am feeling some sort of way now.
We tied, but you get the moral victory.
We tied. Did we tie?
We tied, but it's like
Which round was more impressive?
it's like if the Bengals and the Steelers tied. Know what I mean? I'm the Steelers, you're the Bengals. I feel like I lost, and you feel like you won.
But not
Like,
quite fully.
Yeah, like yeah, we tied, but man, was that a victory for you?
That's a fair comparison. That is a fair comparison.
Oh, I meant to have you. I know the footballers have had it as a commercial on their podcast for a while, but I finally watched Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Leanne's brother had to sit down to watch it. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
It's pretty good. I like it.
It's so feel good too. It's just like the whole thing is just like a feel good goofiness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it next time I'm sad instead of crying.
My opinion on Jason Sudeikis has changed in recent months. Ooh,
I tried to think of a
sticky
pun.
Fingers. What up, veteran Oakart? Got them sticky fingers.
I tried to think of a pun. Okay, Josh Allen at San Fran this week or Justin Herbert at home versus New England? Josh Allen for me.
Josh Allen or Herbert? Wow, really? You're not going?
I love Justin Herbert, but
yeah,
the reason I'm so confident in like giving my answer so quickly is I face this decision every week in one of my leagues where Josh Allen and Justin Herbert are my quarterbacks, and only like once have I taken out Josh Allen for Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's on fire, but he is a rookie going into New England. That's a little bit scary with a bulky Bill on the other side playing in against him.
Oh my God. They just just to watch the breakdown of how they destroyed Kyler, like shut him down, is incredible.
Yeah. So I think they're going to do a pretty good job against Justin Herbert. Lil Herbie can only do so much.
I forget who it was. I think it's someone on NFL Network was talking about, or maybe it was the Sunday night broadcast was talking about how like they schemed around him since they know he's 5'9", he's shorter. Like they were practicing like jumping up on all the throws like all week so that, you know, whenever he throws or whatever, they got these giant guys like prioritizing that. It's just like crazy level to think about, like strategy wise.
If you were given 50 attempts in a game and you're guaranteed not to get hit, okay? You're behind an offensive line. People give you pressure. You're not going to get sacked, but there is full coverage, everything.
Is there pressure if I know I'm not going to get sacked?
Yeah, if they touch you, you're down. How about that? You're two-hand touch. Everyone else is you're wearing a non-contact jersey.
Okay.
In game time, okay?
Okay.
I'm adding that in there so you don't have to fear death.
Okay.
This is a test of, do you think you could complete one pass of more than 5 yards?
50 attempts.
50 attempts against an NFL defense.
Yes.
You do? You think you could complete one?
I think I could do like a check down pass and get like a 5 yard. I don't know. That it looks so easy when you're just watching from your couch, but
right. But then you see what was his name? Caleb Hinton go out there and he only got 9 attempps, but he still only completed
also
one.
Like was fearing death. So
you're right.
It takes a lot out of it.
They should have put him in a non-contact jersey.
They should have.
Okay. Swamp says Ravens get ball first.
Ooh,
that's our signal. That's our signal for today.
Wait,
we got another question.
Swamp gave us his wide receivers, and I lost it. Where did it go?
I found it.
Oh, thank you.
Diggs, Godwin, Pittman, Aguilar, and Perryman. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to start Diggs and Godwin, and then you can play the matchups with Pittman, Aguilar, and Perryman.
Yeah, because that's what should have dropped. Yeah, I would much rather have Fulgham, or I'm sorry, Perryman than Fulgham.
I completely agree, and that's a decent squad of guys for your wide receiver 3 position.
Yeah,
you just have to get a little lucky hitting on one.
Yeah.
Let's see, one more question, then we'll hop off. If y'all could sit down and talk with one NFL player, who would it be?
That's a good question.
Sit down and
bring more of those questions, Swamp. I like these.
You know what? I'm going with Darren Waller. I love that man's story, and I love that man. Like, I want to hear a little bit more about how he overcame drug addiction, and I want to talk to him about that. And I think we could just he seems goofy too, and like a real nice guy. I think Darren Waller this season he has become maybe my favorite player in the NFL. I love him so much.
That's fair. This is the same question as who's your favorite player, and it's so hard to pick.
I don't know if it's necessarily the same question because like Deshaun is probably my favorite player in the NFL.
Yeah. Oh, it's him or Nuke for me. I guess I could have sat down and talked with either of them.
Let's see. For Swamp, it's either Richard Sherman or Michael Irvin. If it can be former NFL players as well, Joe Thomas is high on my list. He's retired, but I would love to sit down and chat with Joe Thomas. That man's a Cleveland legend.
That's a good one. I would probably pick Nuke. Oh,
Nuke.
That's so hard. I feel like Deshaun's goofier, though. I feel like I would have more fun being goofy with Deshaun.
And if you hang out with Deshaun, Mia Khalifa might show up too.
That's true. You can bond over both being from Rockville. I think it would be Deshaun.
Deshaun?
No, it would be Nuke. I don't know.
You can have two. I did two. I did Darren Waller and Joe Thomas. You can have Nuke and Deshaun.
All right, fair.
Okay, Sean says, cheers, guys. Catch you soon. Here we go. I'm not even going to say that.
Here we go.
You can't get me to say here we go, that team. Here we go. Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow. Short stream today. Josh should be back from Omaha by tomorrow afternoon.
Ooh, and special guests.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow we've got special guest. Should we tell him who it is?
I don't know. How mysterious are you feeling?
Go ahead, Jay. I'll let him know.
You'll have to find out tomorrow.
You're not going to tell him?
No, I'm just going to tease it.
Okay, keep an eye on our Twitter. We might let you know who's coming on. We'll tell you who's coming on tomorrow. Oh no, Swampy works tomorrow. He cries again.
No, we cry.
You can catch it afterwards, but we'll miss you. Pop in and let us and say hey.
Sean, you were just at Topgolf. There's a Topgolf in Rockville. Are you talking about Rockville, Maryland? We talk about the same Rockville.
No, he was at Rockville. Like
Rockville. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, let's go watch some football.
Let's watch some football. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern with our special guest that JL refuses to tell you about.
Thank you
Adios.
all for coming in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.